Next asana, we're going to have the Supta Padangusthasana, as we have already in a standing position, Uttita Hasta Padangusthasana. So we'll keep our both feet together, hands pressing next to the thighs. We'll bend the right leg at the knee and bring the right knee to the chest first. Pull the knee to the chest. Keep the right femur bone nicely deep into the hip socket. Left hand resting on the left thigh. We will use the hand to press the thigh down. Now we'll take the right arm up. We use the right hand to catch the right big toe or hook the top of the foot as you feel comfortable. And then slowly with inhalation, stretch your right leg up to the ceiling. Just stretch your right leg high, stay there for a bit. Left thigh pressing down to the floor and right hip buttock pushing back towards the left heel. Push the right thigh away from the belly as much possible, knee pushing away from the belly, and nicely stretch your right leg upward. Use your right arm to pull the right shoulder back down nicely and same time push the thigh away from the belly according to the flexibility of the thigh. You keep the left thigh strongly pressing down and stretch your back up the left heel to the front of the mat and shoulders nicely grounded. If somebody feels the stiffness on the hamstring, stiffness of the calf, or getting a little bit difficult to bring the shoulder back to the floor, we will use the strap later, a little bit modify it. So pressing the left thigh down here with inhalation, straight the right leg. Take a few breaths here. As you exhale, you try to lift your head up, bring the head a little close to the knee as much possible to getting the more intense stretch in your back of the thigh. And use your arm to pull the right leg towards the chest as much possible, and you lift your head higher as much you can go according to the flexibility of our back, our cervical, and as well flexibility of the hamstring. Keep pushing the knee and thigh away from the belly, away from the chest as much possible, and nicely stretch your leg. Take a few breaths in this position and right thigh rolling inward here. Now, as you exhale, slowly drop the head backward. Now, we'll open the hip here. We have next variation, second variation. But you keep pressing the left thigh strongly on the floor, left knee down. Then slowly open your right leg back. But make sure as you go to the side, the left hip doesn't come out, come higher. We need to press it down nicely. Keep it strongly on the grounded, pressing down. Right thigh rolls nicely external in this position and trying to roll the right buttock back towards the left heel. Keep pressing the left thigh down and stretch your right leg to the side. Keep your both shoulder grounded as much possible. We'll take a few breaths here. Try to extend your right heel nicely to the side. If you're comfortable, you can look up or you can turn your head to the opposite direction, keeping your neck softened, but left leg has to be stronger. Keep pressing the left thigh strongly on the floor. If you see the left leg comes higher as you open the right hip in this position. Now we'll use the bolster strap for that to resist the left thigh down, to open the hip nicely in this position. Otherwise, what happens if the left hip goes up, we'll lose the stretch from our inner groin, our inner thighs region. So if pressing the left thigh down, the front of the pelvic has to be parallel to each other and pushing the right leg out. You take a few breaths here. As you release, with inhalation, you bring the right leg again back to center. Take the right leg high, stretch your right leg once again higher, pressing the thigh away from the belly. And then you exhale, bend your right leg at the knee and release your leg. Stretch your leg. Now, let's say if somebody finding difficult to hold the ankle or catch the big toe, we can use the strap. If somebody feel difficult as you open the hip, we cannot keep the both hip in a line, we'll use the bolster for them. So we have the bolster will really help us to support. We keep the bolster outside of the right thigh and we keep the bolster connected with the outer right hip in this position. Now we have the strap. We're going to use the strap, but see how we're going to use the strap. We'll not use the whole strap. We'll make the one small loop. So we'll make the small loop according our need. So I take the strap. I'm going to make the one loop, the small short loop for her. So we can have the strong grip there. So I make the small loop like that. Now let's try again. Bend the right leg at the knee. Now we're going to hook the loop in our right center arch of the right foot, and I want you to hold the strap with the right hand. Now here, right thigh, right femur bone into the hip socket, and then you stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling in this position. So see, if you feel comfortable in this position, once you can straight the leg here, keep the knee tight, and trying to pull the right shoulder down to the floor as much possible, pressing the shoulder down and straight your right arm. Yeah, if you feel comfortable, you can make the loop a little bit tight in this position. You hook the hands here and trying to pull the shoulder nicely grounded as much possible and left thigh pressing down. Keep the right leg straight, right knee straight, push the right thigh backward, right buttock pushing back towards the left heel. Heavily press the left thigh down and keep the sides of the body longer. Now, as you exhale here, slowly, we have the bolster already here. We open the hip, open the hip, open the hip and resting the right thigh on the bolster. Left hand pressing down, so we have the support for our thigh will help us to open up our hips in this position without collapsing, without closing. Keep the left leg center strongly, rolling inward, pressing thigh down, right thigh rolling externally in this position, and try to stretch your right leg higher. Once you're comfortable in this position, both hips in a line, you use your right arm, you turn your head to the side and use your right arm to lift your right leg a little bit high in this position and stay there. Using the right arm to pull the right leg up towards the right shoulder as much possible. Nicely stretch inner thighs, your groin region here, the calf muscles. Left leg heavier and use your right arm. Keep the elbow on the floor and use your right arm to lift a little bit higher, a little bit up as much possible. We'll take a few breaths, but same time, keep pressing the right buttock down towards the left heel. So right thigh is rolling externally in this position. We'll create the more movement so we can raise the right leg a little bit higher. Take a few breaths here. Now with the next generation, we'll slowly take the right leg up back to center, raise the right leg higher, again stretch up higher, keep the knee tight and use your arm. You can bend the elbow, you can go a little bit more deep to stretch your right leg high, back of the thigh. And slowly exhale, bend your right leg at the knee. You release the strap with your right hand and then slowly release your leg, relax, shake your leg, move your leg, relax your leg.